What's up, my good people? This is Edrin Finity, and right about now, this is a Finity Experience. This is where I bring you up to speed with whatever in the music industry and has worked out for me. And with me is my friends and also my fans who are in the building. Yeah. Drum rolls, pale yuko kiasi ama vipi? So on my right hand we have. Introduce yourself, man.
Hello, people. I'm Joel. I'm a guitarist. I'm also a vocalist. I'm a pianist. Uh, Generally, I'm a fan of Finity, and I think it's going to be amazing sharing ideas on music generally.
Yeah. Then we have.
Hello guys, my name is Michael Gitao. I play guitar, I sing, and I'm a friend to Edrin Finity. We've been doing a little bit of music covers and also still photography.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to share this experience of his.
That was. Yeah, then I have my right hand man, and you can see he just sat on my right side. Yeah, talk to the nation, man.
Hey yo, what's up, beautiful people? I go by the name Larry Nation. I'm a DJ and a poet, a music lover, and a friend, family, fan of Edrin Finity. You guys ain't ready for the experience we're going to talk about right here in a minute.
And then, guys, I told you I have connections. I'm close to Bien. Yeah, so you already know. Yeah, he's our Bien for today. So you introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm JD Creative. You can follow us with Monica Creative, and I'm a friend over here. This is my good friend, my manager over there, my guy. So welcome to this session.
Yeah, as you have heard, welcome to this session. And wait, have a sip, take a sip of water. We are bringing you up to speed. And I told you, we don't only have Kenyan fans. We are going straight to the UK. I'm bringing you the thing. I'm bringing you the man, them girl in the building. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Helen. My station is Helen Dolph. I'm a producer, and I'm visiting here in Kenya as we speak. And I'm honest with you today and take part in be part of this. Thank you.
You've heard. Equally, we can't forget about you. Yeah? So you're welcome to. Let's have this conversation. Yeah, so definitely I'm Edrin Finity. You already know. And let's do this. So today is about information about music that these young creatives don't know out here. And I want to help in jotting down these points with whatever's worked for me. Yeah, so first of all, we have to know about music. About music, in brackets, Music Foundation. Who has any clue? So, Music Foundation is whereby this is something that has to be there for the music to be there. So, definitely, Music Foundation has to start with you. You yourself, you are the Music Foundation. And Music Foundation is built by talent. The first thing you have to have is the talent. So long as you have the talent, it's there already. Like that's a music foundation. So I hope all of you here are music founders, right? Yeah, because you're lovers of music and you do music. So that's it. Yeah, so step two, we have to know recipe for good music. And here I think we have to converse with you guys. What do you think is a recipe for good music?
I think generally what people don't get to understand is that music is all about what you feel actually.
Sure.
It's an expression, like music is a language, just like English, Swahili. Now how you're conversant in that language is what makes you create music.
Sure.
Yeah, so it all starts with you, like you are the founder, you're the one who creates. So your skills and how you know the way you incorporate all those things in your music
Guitar, you have something.
I think a recipe to using good music is depends on the theme of the music, and also it depends on how you want to communicate to people through that music. So you're gonna find a way that is suitable for everyone to understand. Maybe it's about the language or
Nice.
something sort of.
Let me jump. Do you have any recipe for good music as a producer?
Yeah, as a singer-songwriter, I feel that I like to tune in. I feel that music is almost out there with human beings, almost like antennas that we can kind of like receive it. Obviously, everyone's different, but that's for me. It's always been a major part of my creative process is to kind of like tune in. And the melodies come, the ideas come, the lyrics come. As a producer, it's a little bit more kind of convoluted. There's so many technical aspects to producing, and it gets a lot more kind of like involved and mental for me.
Sure.
But as a songwriter, yeah, I'm picking up what's there.
Oh, nice. So you've had from them and equally recipe for good music to me that has worked for me. I think the first thing is the talent. The second thing is your creative process. Like that's the recipe now, the whole recipe. And in the creative process, we have how you write your lyrics, how you come up with the words, how you arrange your music, the melodies in your music, the rhyme in your music, and equally the way guitar sings, the theme of your music. I think that's the recipe. People out here don't make good music sometimes, so they don't have the recipe. But if you put down all this, you can come up with a very nice music. People will be dancing to it, tuning to it every now and then. DJs will be playing the music as well. Yeah. So I think we have that, and we also have how to come up with good music. I think it's equally in the recipe, right? Yeah. So how to come up with good music? Like for myself, I think I'm just talented and I know I can come up with good music. But now, how I come up with my own music, sometimes it depends with the zone that I am in, the surrounding that I am in, what inspires my writing. I can see like a project I did ago. It's called The Dark Thursday. It's because I wrote it under my surrounding. Yeah, so it inspired my writing, and I think it's a good music in as much as it's Dutch, but it's a good music. So I think those are the key factors that make me come with music in such a way: the surrounding and the zone that I am in.
I think the best word for that thing is like the atmosphere.
Yeah, the atmosphere of your writing, actually. Yeah, and how you write. So maybe if we jump to an artist, who do you think is an artist? Anybody?
I think artists, it depends on what you do because art it's made up of so many things. There's drawing, there's music, there's everything. So there's so many artists there. Almost everyone is an artist. It's just you need to find what you're good at.
Sure. Yeah, you just defined it. It's nice. To me, an artist is a creative who knows his capability, his or her capability. So long as you know your capability and you can create, you're an artist. And so that's done. We have artist management. I know most of you don't know about that, Sana. So that's the toughest part in the industry, and I think this is where we have different type of artists. We have independent artists and signed artists. So independent artists, these are self-sponsored artists. They work through their toil. But sponsored artists or signed artists are artists who are signed in through a contract, and they have to produce music according to the agreement saying. So, what is the benefit of being an independent artist. And independent artists, the benefits are, I think we can talk it out. I don't want to say everything,
Yeah.
like you've not talked.
Let's say an independent artist. One of the maybe you get to explore more in your art without people telling you you have to like represent the label, you have to represent the market. You feel the market the way you present yourself, and the way you push yourself makes you let me say more creative. So it's like freelance writing. You are not held by anybody to do something. Sure, I think that's one of the major advantages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, talking about independent and signed artists, it goes like in business perspective. An independent artist invests in his or herself. Every little dime he or she puts into his art reflects what he or she will get. Like the record dealings, he had to go to the studio, pay for himself, blah blah blah, all the shit. The payback is he'll get all the revenues by himself because he's the one invested in. Now, on the other hand, signed artists think about somebody coming into your business and invest in it. After investment, maybe the investment period is done, you have to pay back. So that moment of paying back is where the struggle begins. You see, the time they're investing in you, that's your rise. But the payback time now, that's the downfall. I think that's,
Yeah, so I think he said it nice, and that's all. And now I just want to add something on top. Like being independent can make you create whatever you want to create freely, whatever you want to create out of your real sense, not out of a forced sense. So you'll have to create what you want at any time, anywhere. But on the other hand, you have to be restricted. You can create, but you cannot release that music until said. So maybe they want you to just sing about women and alcohol. So that's what you will sing, but you have capabilities of singing to whatever you want, but they won't accept you to release that music. So you will be confined. Yeah, so that's the problem. And then the other thing, there are good managements either way, where we've seen artists thriving like Mviri and then so, but their contract is done. We've never seen the controversy of maybe a war arising about their paper signed or that contract signed. So we have equally good managements that can also see you through. Like other artists from Nigeria, the way you see them, they have good management as well. So maybe watch out, guys, when you want to sign a paper, go through it first. Maybe have an advocate, a lawyer to take you through it. If it's a nice deal, you go through ahead and sign. But for your benefit and growth, I think being independent is nice.
I mean, there's something I've been okay. It has been controversial about a long time. For instance, this signed artist with very good management. For instance, let me talk about 괰ɪᴜ. For instance, that is good. Everything is good, but in the long run, that is still failing. I mean, they're not investing into businesses and you see them making a lot of money. I don't know. So I've came to a conclusion that if you are in a good management scheme and you earning a lot of money, there's a problem, financial management. So that's one thing that independent artists has or have over the others. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's upon you.
it's true. Like I think that's also true because being independent and also managing your funds financially, you can be in a dilemma. You don't know what to choose. Nobody's there to account for your money and tell you like this is the right way you have to invest in something. But I think we have to watch out. I'm a big alafu tena oh,
So I just
share
wanted to
some.
make another comment about signing deals. Always get it looked at by a lawyer, not just any lawyer. music industry specialist lawyer, because if you sign a deal and you don't really know what it is that you're signing, you can end up, signing away like almost everything and leaving yourself in a very bad financial situation down the line. So don't sign until you've got a lawyer behind you who's going to back you up and who's going to ensure that you're not being ripped off.
Sure.
Because that's happened to many, 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 many artists for 100 years. Like in the US, like lots of stories of like all of the black artists from like the Motown era, and even like right up to modern day. Like who've been ripped off. So yeah, get a music industry lawyer to look at all the documents before you sign.
Nice. I think that one was a thing I didn't know, but now I know as well. So yeah, that was about artist management, and now we have marketing of music. How do you market your music? Like, what do you do? What has worked for you? Anybody?
I've seen this on TikTok. I think TikTok works well.
Sure.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people using TikTok videos with voiceovers, challenges. That really works. Another thing I've seen, WhatsApp status.
Sure.
It's easier for more people to receive your messages through the WhatsApp status than sending a YouTube link. Because most of, let me say, university guys, they take it as spam. Like you're filling their inboxes with things they don't want. But with the WhatsApp status, it's your choice to view. So the moment you click, if you like it, you can follow it further. But if you don't like it, it's a problem.
Sure, I think that's nice. Whatever has worked for me ever, I think Jay has answered. I work a lot with WhatsApp, but not only WhatsApp, because there is primary marketing and secondary marketing. Primary marketing is whereby you do it by yourself and your fans alone, but that won't take you very far, because maybe your circle is a small circle until maybe something blows up, right? So you have to be every social media platform. You have to be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp as well, and TikTok. Maybe other platforms as well if they're there. So you have to be active. The first thing I know, you have to be very active, irrespective of where you are, the location, the network. You have to be very active on social media. You have to have your posts, random posts and scheduled posts every week, I think, so that your face can be on internet each and every time, you see. And maybe each day someone is discovering you and your music, and they become part of your fan base. Then getting into secondary marketing, this is where you involve now money. We have digital marketers out here, like radios, TVs. We have influencers, and now there is getting a long way. I think I've not done that yet personally, but some time back it has worked for me, but not that much. So as per now, I think I've been grinding and the consistency, and the marketing is like I'm ever active on social media, I'm ever posting music, and that's how it goes around. So that's all about marketing. You have something?
Nothing much to add. Yeah, but on marketing, you know what you want, you know your market, go for it.
Sure. I was forgetting about something. In marketing also we have branding. It's very, very important, guys. So the way you carry out yourself as an artist, you're the face of your product. Your product is music. Now you have to brand yourself, or maybe you have your own entity. You have to brand it. People have to see it in a different way. Maybe the same way you look in the house, you don't have to look the same way on social media, because you are marketing something and you want it to reach people. So you have to look some type of way so that your product can be presented well. And I think in branding now it's the bigger part. That's where secondary marketing is involved, because you have to use money, you have to have pictures, have good cover arts for your music. So it's involving a lot, and also you have to have a backup in your branding, like a team, so that when you're quiet, but your team is still speaking for you out there. You see, so it's very important to have also a team, maybe of 10 to 20 people. That's enough. Very strong team, and you should be creating also your groups, maybe on WhatsApp, Telegram, anywhere. It's also nice. Yeah, so that's about marketing. And now,
Before that, allow me to interrupt you. You cannot talk about branding without talking about merchandising. They go hand in hand. See, in product perspective, for instance, music is our product right now. So the way we arrange products in the market, like from best selling to the least selling, is how when you arrange your songs in that manner, you are
yeah,
likely
sure.
to sell, very likely to sell.
And actually, adding on top, there is a certain way of marketing music. If you know you have your music and it revolves around a certain topic, there is a way you should package that music and market it. Like, for example, if I'm talking about alcohol, I know I'll get myself a good look or attires for TikTok to market that music. Even if I'm not a drunkard, I'll try, but it's not a good music as well. It's only a product selling music. But when I'm talking about maybe emotional music, I have to also brand it in a type of way or market it in a type of way. I have to also feel the music and brand the music according to its theme. So I think that's also another thing in marketing.
I think part of branding and marketing is also um, like your promotional material.
Yeah,
So like getting good pictures
definitely.
that really convey the image that you're trying to
Sure.
of what it is that you're creating, what type of,
True.
what kind of creative kind of area that you're in, and you're trying to kind of convey it. Like sometimes people won't even get to hear you before they see you, so they won't even be able to choose to hear you until they've seen you, and something about the image
Sure.
makes them want to click on that YouTube video or click on that whatever. So having the images, getting really good photo shoots, spending time and really kind of being creative as well with it. Because that's going to be how you're going to be perceived by most of your audience before they even get a chance to, hear you. So it's very important for musicians.
I think we have stars who have made it just only by making reels and having good pictures. They don't have official videos or stuff. So I think if we are not having that budgeted projects, we should just use good reels, a good setup, and a good reel. You can still blow and become that star. You already know. Yeah, so that was marketing, and now we have how to get music gigs. This is now for performing artists. Actually, I failed to tell you, we have also recording artists, we have performing artists, we have songwriting artists. So it has categories. So how to get gigs for all artists I can get. So anybody who has tried to get a gig here, how did you do
I
it?
believe all of us have tried that.
Yeah. So who has a better experience? Maybe how hard or how good?
I think, for instance, looking at cost, I think we have, when you look at the music industry, generally the live performing industry, I think we have seasons, we have the low season, we have the high season. There are so many challenges, especially in how the managements of hotels and all these places, how they perceive the musicians. For instance, I have an example of there's a guy who calls people all the way from Nairobi just to come and have a jam session. Pay someone so much money just to come and jam. So it's this mentality that people from Nairobi are doing good music, but when you look at on the ground, actually, you'll find that there are so many talented musicians around, but it's because of the mentality. Like people from this place, they do good music. People from this place do. Maybe it's as a result of maybe some few who are interfering with the market, like doing performances which are not of the right standard. I think it also compromises the people who are talented. Yeah. So it's a bit tricky securing a gig unless you have a good connection to say so. Yeah, sometimes when you get a good connection, like let's say you find someone who will be managing the band, someone who has the influence, like yeah.
I think Joel is very, very right. And on the point that people they judge you according to the place that you come from, maybe Nairobi. Or I was in Tanzania, in Zanzibar, and I performed with some big artists there, like I was doing the curtain raising, and you know what the guys were saying. Also, the band that I was working with, they're like, "You're a Kenyan, you can sing like so, we can do this." It's all about. And me, I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to get that money. I'm going. I can do it." And that's how I started, like knowing how to look for gigs. Also, like the branding stuff is how you're gonna do it. How you gonna show people like you really deserve this. And also my experience there was so good because they sometimes they couldn't hear what I'm saying because our Swahili, Kenyan Swahili and Tanzanian Swahili is different, but they loved it according to how I was presenting it. So looking for gigs is kinda crazy or
How do you do it in the UK?
There's different levels. You know, you can find it get majored in the UK. That's possible. There's agents who are experts. That's their job. That's their business, and they have all the connections to get you gigs in whatever type of arena that you're looking at. Obviously, if you're signed, then that's all organised because that's what the label is, created to do for you. If you're doing it off your own back, I would say if you're starting out, then don't expect to get paid for a bit. I mean, you want to be getting the experience, and that's something that you can put on your CV. I played here and I played here and there. And you want to be making the connections that you will also be getting at the same time as you're getting the experience, which will be other artists. The venue owners will be watching you. Sometimes you might do what's like a free gig, but then they want you to come back and headline. Starting out, they want you to be really expecting to get paid. You want to build up your experience as a performing artist. You want to kind of develop that skill set because being a professional, being really good at what you do, is going to be it's going to show you up. And you want to be meeting people, hearing about what's out there. You want people to be seeing you and paying attention to you. And from there, other opportunities come.
Yeah, so I love all your answers because they generate around what has happened to me, definitely. But I can say I'm a recording artist and as well as a performing artist, though I don't do a lot of live. But how I've secured gigs so far is I have good music already. That's the first thing you have to have. You have to have good music, then you have to package yourself as an artist. So when you're going to look for that gig, when a person sees you, sees a brand, and they'll get to hear your music first. If it's nice, of course, they'll secure a place for you, but don't be so sure about it. So whatever has worked for me is I just go always to random shows where I know nobody, especially for example in Nairobi. I've been to some random shows and I just go and look for the producer of the show. Then I tell them I'm an artist and I do this kind of music. And after that, maybe they get to hear my music and we exchange numbers. So I've been doing that a couple of times, and I always remind them. So you always have to keep reminding them, hey, do you have any gig? Do you have this and that? And as time goes, if you're reminding them, you have to work also as well. You have to release substance. You have to brand yourself, market yourself daily, so they will be seeing a hardworking artist. And that's how sometimes gigs come along. If you go to the gig again, you get more connection. And I think that's a good way to get gigs. And also reach out to event organizers on social media. If you know one or two, disturb them a million times. Finally, they will get you gigs and somewhere to perform. And as she said, I've been into free shows, by the way, before when I was starting. So you should not expect of a token when you're still young and upcoming. So expect something when at least you are in the middle class and maybe at the top. But when you start, it's good to even perform for free just to market your name, right? Yeah.
Alright, maybe just trying to have there's this thing. I've been working as a music organizer for quite some time. Although I quit, yeah. So here's one thing they really need to know if you how to secure a gig with them. The first question they'll ask you, what type of music do you do? How is the audience? And can we get your bio? Those three things are really very tricky, especially in the cost. Most of these clubs, hotels, they look for like if we have to get you on the stage, what will you bring to us? Like in terms of sales and stuff. Do you have that big crowd? So for young artists, the best way to go to the top is just do free shows. Build that name. True. As you go by, develop something like build your own bio. Like when someone sees your bio, by reading it, there's that illusion in the mind. This is like really super top. They are being encouraged to bring you. You see, and most likely, most definitely, whatever you're in a show. Well, for me, I'm a DJ. I usually go to gigs of my other DJs. I mean, I get to understand what perspective do they play, why do they play that way, and I befriend them, we change contacts, we change a lot of great ideas, and like maybe at some point we agree, when you go to this show, like at least can I cut and raise for you? Something like that. So for DJs it's kinda different because we can cut and raise for like 10 minutes, blah blah blah. I don't know the singers and rappers, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the first shows as an up and coming, you're always called to the show as a content. Definitely, that's what we value. So I've been content raising for long, actually, and that's a good way. Also, you see, it's like you are put on probation. It's like that kind of stuff. So the way they will call you to content raise, they'll also be watching you, like what energy or do you have the prowess to perform on a stage? If you are good enough and you bring the people to up to speed with vibes and energy, they'll call you countless time until maybe you be a big household name. Yeah, that's it with gigs. So hope you got it there. So we remain with maybe two. We have how to stay relevant in the music industry. Then we get to creation process. So how to get relevant in the music industry.
I think that's the biggest challenge we are in this country, relevance.
Yeah. So first of all, I wanted you guys to know about music is only like 10% of what you have, like your music. That's singing too, and having your track recorded. Now the other percentage is now about your marketing, branding, and being the bigger person you want to be, which is involving a lot. And so, how to stay relevant in this industry? First of all, you have to know in the main industry or in the business side of music, we have what is called showbiz.
Yeah.
Okay, and this has to be there whether you like it or not. It has to be there. So even if you are a cool artist, but you have to even play along with something so that you can attract attention and cause traffic on internet so that people can stay alert like what's happening with this dude or this musician. Kumbe you are prepared to release an album, and when you release, they will now be channeled to go and listen to your album and see what you have, because you've been on internet all day long, all week, all month. So I think showbiz is part of how to stay relevant in an industry, especially in Kenya. They did it wrong until now it's like normal. Yeah, so the other thing how to stay relevant is by being consistent. Don't ever quit or feel like it's time to take a break. Yeah, I came across a reel, I think 2 days ago on Instagram. The person was saying if you are a new incoming artist, there is no way you are going to take a break. Because if you take a break for like 3 or 5 months, when you come back, it's like you're starting again. So you have to stay on internet, you have to stay uploading your music, you have to stay chasing those gigs so that people can see you moving. And that's what people like, definitely. So after that, you will go and go and go. I think another thing is to do it.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. I think the industry is growing so fast. Adapting to the new, the music is growing, so you also need to also adapt to the new changes in music.
Sure.
Yeah, so for you to be relevant, you need to adapt to the new systems. Though there are some people who use cloud chasing.
Yeah, that's the showbiz now.
Yeah, of which it's a bad thing and also it's a good thing at the same time. You get followers, you get exposure, but then it's not that permanent.
Yeah, it's not.
For a while. Yeah, so adapting to the new music, coming.
I mean, talking about showbiz, I believe showbiz is something new. It has not lasted more than 10 years, so it's something new. So talking about being relevant, let me take you guys way back, like in the 90s, in the 60s. Oh, sorry, in the 90s to 2000s, early 2000s there, where there was no showbiz.
But in the 90s, there was showbiz. Rezo did it in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So here's the thing. I mean, staying relevant is not what you really want, and I mean, picture out what's really happened. You see, something funny about life is like it's a series of occurrences. It's like if today's first, if today's done, you wait another year, the next year, the same day, like that. You see, so it's like seasonality. All I'm trying to say is seasonality.
I think it's seasonal.
Yeah.
Relevance is seasonal.
If this happened this year, it's Valentine. We are sure next day we're going to have Valentine. At least you can create an open web in your mind and you'll know exactly what to do. If this Valentine I did this, what should I do next? This is it will always keep you on the move. Yeah.
I think that's what's happening with a lot of Kenyan artists as well. When there is maandamano, there is song for maandamano. When there is a new dance, there is song for a new dance. So at least it keeps them on toes and on mat. I think that's another way. I think that's so cheap, right? Yeah. Then we have creation process, and maybe this is the interesting part about being an artist. And this is what will always keep your fans waiting for your music. Even if you are silent for a decade, they will be there like, I'm here. Like Kendrick Lamar went silent for 4 years. And then boom, he came back with a full album. It sold, man. It sold like over 10 million plus, over 20 million. So we get that if you are creating substance, then you have your fans waiting. So I want to know how you people create, and maybe we'll just do a one jam of our creations because we have artists in here. And maybe how you write. We just listen to what you've ever written and how it sounds, and we'll just give you a pass or a fail. If it's nice, it's nice. So you can tell us how you create. At what time do you create? How does it work for you? Maybe if you have ever created music. We'll start with Joel. I know he's a creator.
I think the creation process is because how you were saying. I think for me, the way I work with music creating, it depends with. Sorry. Sometimes it's the timing, like sometimes you get tunes, you get melodies, and there is no rule in creating. Yeah, there is no formula.
There's no rule.
Yeah, so I think when you have that knowledge, even if it's not much, you can have just the three chords, maybe G and C. You can create something unique, depending on how you want your music to sound.
Can you give us whatever you've ever created or yours? Just one.
Okay. We can just create something new.
Maybe we can create something. Yeah, we have guitar, we're very talented. Joel is very talented guitarist. We have the end here.
I believe so. You're gonna create something new.
Then the producer will give us a pass because she is also a songwriter
And a singer.
and a singer. That's a nice tune, man.
So it's just something that comes up in your mind, and you just play it.
Nice.
There is no yeah.
It's also a recipe for good music. I see.
I wish I could get a man right now, and the night to chop it up. To feel the joys in my lips, in my heart, going so deep. I wanna give my soul. I wanna remember the taste of your love. I used to call you Mama. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You're my sweet matunda. Matunda. You're my sweet matunda. You're my sweet matunda. Yeah. I'm a sweet matunda. You're my sweet matunda. Yeah. Oh no no no. Yeah.
You're my sweet matunda, matunda. You're my sweet matunda. Yeah. Hata mapenzi nitatunda, nikukunywe kama ile juice ya tunda. Yeah, it's today. Girl, I wanna take you to my mama today. I wanna put a ring on your finger today. I wanna give you sweet vibes today. Sweet matunda. I wanna give you love, my tunda. Yeah.
I've been lost before. You're my sweet love. You're my sweet.
Nice.
When I'm taking PCR, I'm taking PCR.
Easy, go easy. Go easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When the sun goes down, I want you by my side. I want you in my bed. I want to feel the nest. When the sun goes down, I want you by my side. I want you in my bed, in my bed. Oh baby, you there. One eye, one forever in my life and too good. When our daughter rainbow, when the sun goes down, let's make babies. Mhm. When the sun goes down, let's make babies. Mhm. You're my piece of mind, yeah. You're a piece of mind. You're my piece of mind. Yeah. Oh, see, they say men are colorblind, and that's why I don't have a favorite color. So if I have to choose, I choose blue because out of the blues is the reason I got you. You see, when the sun goes down is when I'll take you, cause in the darkness is where I'll show you the skies. You see, I've never dreamt of being a parent, but the first time I called you, I called you baby. Your love so tender, and that's why in my bed I'm gonna lay you. I know it's a sin, but I'm gonna love that sin. Because when the sun goes down, it's when I'll tell you that I love you. Oh, let's make babies. When the sun goes down, let's make babies. When the sun in a summer down, let's make babies. You're the best fruit of my life, now let's make babies. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, guys, so what it is, what it does, that was a nice creation process. And I think you heard for yourselves how we have dope creators. So that was a good music that was brought by yours truly, artists who are inside here, and we've proven that we can do more better stuff. So I just want each of us to give us any experience in for this Finity experience. Yeah, then we wrap it up and it will be a blessing.
It was so nice to be in this experience. Actually, I've learned everything that I think I need to learn so that I can start doing a music career, maybe proceed with my music career. I've learned about the professions before signing, before signing in anything. I've learned also about songwriting and how to do the receipt for music and stuff. And I really appreciate this. This was amazing.
Yeah, I think it's been amazing the discussions we've had, getting to know the elements, the things that we need to adjust, just to ensure that we are producing something which is of good quality for the industry. It's been amazing. The experience was good. All the way from the foundation, talking about the creation, it's good fun. I request you to
Since we started this, I felt something good was about to come out of this experience. So if this thing has to happen again, please bring me another set of DJ. Because one thing I've realized is we go hand in hand to DJs need the music comes from musicians need the DJ for promotion and stuff. So right from the when Zed was playing the guitar tuning, I mean the keys. When we up there on stage, we don't just throw music. We do music by keys. So like literally, it's just the same thing, and the experience was dope.
Jay.
Yeah, for me, my experience is I think we need more specific, need more discussions, and then we need more guidance moving forward on how to make this a career, something that you can earn out of, and something you enjoy.
Helen.
I think this is a really wonderful idea, a really good way to support the creators coming up. I think there will be more of this kind of education, allowing people to kind of like see what happens in the industry and prepare themselves accordingly. Yeah, I think it's a fantastic event. Always to be part of it.
Nice everyone. Thank you also for pulling up and heeding to my invitation for the Finity experience. And it's been nice. I think I've also learned a lot from you guys. Like there is the listening skills. I also have to update mine wherever I go to bigger meetings where I'm not the leader. So yeah, so we also have to work hand in hand so that we also keep raising the bar in our artistry here in Kilifi and beyond Kilifi. And that's an initiative I want to also take with these other upcoming artists who are around. So, guys, that has been a nice experience, and hope you too. You're an artist out there, you're a creative out there, you're a DJ, a producer who is in this music scope. You've heard what we've said. If it will help you, take it with positivity. And if you want to go far, listen a lot and talk less. And also engage in conversations that will help you grow and raise your bar. That was me and with my people, Finity, Edrin, and today's Rivers. So let's meet till next time. Yabba.